one is not to be saved. You actually Hello, Passionaire out there. Good to see you on Thursday. For all of you, this is our night. Or the Passionaire that you love what you do and do it well for life. That's a simple definition. Do you really love what you do? Or do what you love? Which one comes first? That's always a question. Do you do what you love or you love what you do? Which one first for us? We choose we love what we do. It's very different. People do what they love. Okay, yeah, that's a very, very good start. Okay, but do love what we do? It takes some learning process. It's a journey. So I'm Coach K. Welcome to our Passionaire channel. This is our home. This is our community. This is where we have global clients and family members and people from all kinds of different backgrounds, different walk of their life, different seasons. We are here just to talk about our passions. And people say passion is that just wildfire, let's go. No, we just do what we love. That's called wildfire. But if we really love what we do, you have to put that fire inside 6-cylinder engine. Nowadays, people say, Coach K, hey, we have the electric car, right? We have Tesla, we have all this cool thing. Who care about 6-cylinder engine? But hey, I'm the old school. I still drive a Mini Cooper. I love it. The first time I sit it, my son was about 13-year-old. We test drive together. So we sit in that little Mini Cooper, and when we just put in a sports mode, come on, guys. It just went. I hear the engine is small, and that's what the first time ever I feel like I'm, 5'5". I love it, because that's exactly designed for me. For those big guys, sorry, that's not your car. So the engine just goes, boom, 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 and my son just says, Daddy, go, let's go. So, that's such a dad son and, daddy and son time. So I love it. So, hey, so here we go. Job and, career, relationship. We love what we do. We love the person we marry. Yes, you start with marry the one you love, but the more important is, can you finish it well? Love the one you marry. That's another story. Here we go. I'm married for very fortunately, 27 years already. Our anniversary coming up. I'm very, very fortunate to have my wife with me starting from college and all that. Yes, I married the one I love, but to keep it up for 27 years to love who I marry, that's another matter. So it's something that I think really separate people from the passion, we call this really a managed fire underneath. So instead of just wildfire going on and try different things. So I understand it's lifelong commitment. I know today's generation, like commitment, let me duck out of this place. Hey, wait. Let's please stay here just for a moment, because commitment is nothing more than you love what you do. That's a commitment. It's still love yourself in a way, So, but you got to know what you love. That's very important. So we have tools, we have trainings, we have processes, we have community. We got together. We just figure this thing out as we go. Okay. And of course, we have this passion data pool that we can benchmark against your passion to global, community. That's very scientific, based on motivation science. And we have 7-step of passion process. If you haven't finished it, I strongly recommend you follow up. If you say, Coach K, I don't have data, you don't need data. You know what you love. People who love to eat, they don't have to go to a test to say, I'm a big eater. No, you go travel around the world. You don't even speak a language. You go to India, somewhere in the street, you will know people love food like you do. Okay. It's like, okay, no brainer. But you can't wave. You don't even know what you are eating and start enjoying with the street people out in India. It's like, you go to Taipei, Taiwan, you go to night market, you are eating something. I won't tell you what that is, because if I could have told you, you probably won't do anything with it. Okay. So you love food. It's just, no, you don't need data. You don't need science, because you love it. Okay. Some people love exercise. You don't tell that person, go exercise. That person just got to go every morning, 5 a.m. So I've really run into kids, 5 o'clock in the morning, playing like ice hockey in the ring. They to get that time to play on the ring, they have to get up. They have to get up because they are the junior team, like 3, 4 o'clock. Ice skater, they know all this deal. Okay, and they just got up, early, and then they just couldn't get enough ice. They say that I can't get enough ice. So there's something. This is who we are as human beings, folks. We are not human doings. Okay. Well, unless you are human doings, you come to me. I love to talk to you. Human doing, welcome on board. But we are human beings. So there's a natural state. There is something inside our hearts like, wow, this is who I am right now. And you need that. Not every minute. Let me emphasize on that, because we got to do the human doing side of thing. Okay. But once your passion is satisfied inside, let me emphasize it, to match who you are inside. Once you have that matching intensity, what you do with who you are, I always call it doing, matching your being. If you have that match, hey, you don't need to do, you love every 24-hour day, because once you match it, you suddenly become relaxed and unassuming. I know some of you know what a stay is. It's like, yeah. And then you are able to do something you don't have passion for, because you are satisfied. you are like, wow. So this is very important. Job is the same way. Relationship is the same way. So, but if you never satisfied for a long time, you want to quit. You want to change. You just got to change. I got it. So tonight we're going to talk about what is the best time. How do I quit my job? When is the time we change career or something? Today is about career. So let me read a letter. This is from the guy who really quit the job recently. Okay, I found this online. Is that real or not? I have no idea. It's dated May 7th, 19th. Dear so-and-so, I'm writing the letter to you as my resignation of employment at certain place. As you know, I have had a lifelong dream of becoming a pirate. And today, I have been given this opportunity to finally become one. I set sail on the 20th July and will spend most of my time at work until then, thinking of a pirate name. I'm open to suggestions. Please do not be ashamed if I start talking strange. Alarm, I say, alarm. If I talk strange during this time too. Yes, per my contact of employment, I'm giving you 2 weeks notice, and me last day will be 19th July 2016. Thank you for your support during my employment here. Hee-ho and name. Hey, it's really quitting in style. Well, you want to become a pirate, don't you have a name? Forget about it, you know. It doesn't take 2 weeks to think about pirate's name. Okay, you should have one already. Somebody should call you like that. Then you. So I love it. And another one, I don't want to go there because this is something that America never experienced in the history. It's called the Greatest Exodus or job resignation. It started predicted by a Texas A&M professor, and nobody believed him. And he saw this early 2019. He said it's going to be a sustained, prolonged period of time where America is going to quit job. Fortunately, unfortunately, that's exactly the case. Now, 2021, literally about 47 million Americans quit their job. 47 million people quit their job. So, and it's nobody know what to predict. My friends in HR company are all frantic because this is their golden opportunity. They suddenly have so many people out there looking for a job. And if you look at the top reason people quit job, number one is work-life balance. Work-life balance. So, and you will be shocked, people quitting job is not just people in their 20s. A lot of in mid-age, actually 35 to 50, a large number of them start quitting job and shuffle. And the second reason they feel they want to quit the job is they want to find a better job. Of course, okay. So it's a no-brainer. So when and how and why and what, we're going to talk about it. How, I don't know. Quitting job, finding a new career is very crucial. In my life, I changed career a couple of times. And I can share those experiences with you. I know a guy who studied applied math in college, but he wanted to be a musician, long hair. Actually, it turned out to be my younger brother, 12 years younger. So there's a real story, legit story. And so while being trained as an applied mathematician, I told him, bro, go be study CPA or something, will make you six-figure salary. He said, and then, he finished applied math. And then he started teaching music after he graduated. He doesn't think he cut out for the CPA job. And he claimed he loved music, and we all think so. And then before I know it, one day he came to me and said, brother, I said, yeah, I found a job. I said, great. Not teaching music anymore because it doesn't make enough money. I said, okay. Hey, but would you want to come to my workplace? I said, yeah, sure. So he said, but you have to wear boots, like solid, like military boots. I said, what kind of job? I have to wear military boots. So he said, bro, trust me. So I put on my boots, it's a summer. I put on winter boots, So I went out with him, and he started taking a job doing recycling, scrapyard. No, seriously, applied math, musician, long hair. Now he started a business. He started something in scrapyard, and as a well-trained Princeton graduate, Ivy League graduate, I'm like, what kind of job is that? And I'm a big brother, so I keep my mouth shut. Thank God for that. So I just went with him. He was so fired up about this industry. He tried to convince me even to invest in him. Okay. No, seriously. He's 23. Okay. He was 23. And he said, bro, I visit every scrapyard in the East Coast. He showed me the GPS, in his hand. Every place know him. So I went into the scrapyard. Have you been to the scrapyard? I bet you haven't. I've been a lot of scrapyard in the East Coast with my brother. Yes, you do need a thick skin and very good boots to go in. Because if you go past all the junk that you think is junk, they think it's treasure. You go in, people practice shooting, shotgun shooting at the back. You walk, you don't know what you're walking to, okay? And so my brother said, bro, would you invest in me to start a business? Like, what? Okay. And then he talking about it. And I went to his house, garage. He showed me a refrigerator he pulled off the tree, cut in half and say, these all are treasures. This copper, this gray costs so much, you know. And so I look at him, and now at that time, my dad was in Taiwan. He's very traditional. He's a military guy. So he counted on me as a big brother to take care of my younger brother to really lead him to the right career. Okay. Of course, you know, our parents' generation, they don't know passion. They don't care. They love us, but hey, get a job. So now my job right now is so important to tell my dad in Taiwan, what is my younger brother doing after college? So that time came. I'm dreadful. I'm like, how can I tell my very old, he's about 80 something. So I don't want him to worry. So I say, Dad, yeah, the younger one got a job. Very good job. My dad said, yeah, I think he got potential. Yeah. I said, yeah, he got full potential. He got the applied math degree. Absolutely. And he's very artistic. Absolutely. So my dad tell me what job he got. I say, he's an environmentalist right now. He helped to save the earth. Okay. That passed. And my dad said, he pay well. I say, well enough. So I passed that. And you should ask me that, Coach K, did you invest in him? I did. I gave him money. Out of a big brother's pure helping heart. I gave him money. All right, but you know what? About 10 years from that point, this point, he's on more than seven, now 8 recycling plant, all in the East Coast. Every year he's moving, I'm literally, you know, thousands, like 100 to, he called the number like 500 million tons of things around. He owned a trucking company. I won't go into detail, but if you go to his scrap yard, and he has done the PQ test, by the way. Okay. He's very high in beauty, 2.0 beauty. That's why but if you go to his scrap yard, he's high in odor, 2.0 odor. So his scrap yard look like squeaky clean. Squeaky clean, folks. And he joke about it. One of his scrap yard is called Scrap King. You can check it out. His idea is to make his scrap yard so clean, people can go there, take a cup, sip a cup of coffee while trading their scrap. And he will treat them with music, coffee, nice, clean floor, you know? And it's happening, okay? And if you go to his company, there will be a walking, every employee to go through a storage place, almost like a museum, glass door, shelves. There are about 5,000 different kind of junk. In my opinion, it's junk, kind of, you know, coppers, you know, different wires. So it's all displayed in that museum, and every employee have to understand as a shockwave, this is not junk. This is real stuff. You have to be expert of it. All right. So as my younger brother, I'm very proud of him. So so if you passionate, you want to know about protecting environment, to be environmental, come work in my younger brother's scrapyard for one day. If you survive, you are qualified to call yourself environmentalist, okay? Yeah, and that's a real deal, okay? And very interesting, his beauty is there because it's high order, high beauty, high saving. He's using his unique passion set to transform the so-called recycling or scrapyard business. I wish I can take you there. And all his employees are low acceptance people, by the way, because any people are too sensitive, they don't stay more than 2 weeks. They are gone. It's a place you come in, you just have to low acceptance and start getting, because you may hurt yourself by moving to Singapore. Things are changing, the industry is changing fast. So, and then he made a couple millionaires around him, because anybody want to do hard work, he invests and let that person start their own yard, and that person become a millionaire a couple years. So you think only high tech make you millionaire? Think again. Think what the media and what to tell you, what the education telling you. You know what really make you a millionaire? Money shall come. That you have a sustainable, you have something you really love what you do. You keep doing it until you have a breakthrough. Money will come. Money will come. You say, oh, Coach K, my dad didn't tell me that. Well, okay, here we go. So, hey, a long hair, artistic guy. And if you talk to my brother, he played about 6-7 instruments. He's a very good pianist, better than I am. But now he's the boss of Scrapyard. How do you like that? Okay, but can he still play piano? Yes, and yes. He is one of the best piano in his house right now, and the piano can play itself. No, seriously. To me, it's like, hey, and how about my investment in this man? Oh, good investment. Oh, the return is so good. Not just money. Well, yeah, part of that, but the experience and all that. So, no, passionate out there, if you really think about things, maybe you should work in my brother's yard for just 2 days. Just 2 days. Let's appreciate it. Okay. So when is the time to really change a career? That's what I'm going to talk about tonight. Okay. To me, it's very, very simple. It's very simple. It's in every job, you have to experience a prime. Let me define that in a minute before you quit. Let me try that one more time. You should make a use of every job possibility to experience a small scale prime. Let me define that. Okay. So before we go into today's passionate, I see you, David, you are ready. Just give me one more minute. You know, Coach K talked too much, but this is so important to set up the tone here. Let me get this one into place. Now this one, here we go. All right, give me one minute about this, and then we'll go talk about, we'll have up here. All right, let me define, this is our health. Let me call it, this is a healthy cycle of passion development or anything. This is one as a motivation science. This cycle has been established from corporate point of view. There's a USC professor who studied a couple thousands of corporate life cycle. It's a similar cycle. Like every business start with a dream as a dreamer and go through as a defier, provide something different from the market and tell why not. Okay. And then crisis maker, that idea may not fly. Have to manage money, investors, initial, the quarrel between founders. And once they have that, maybe overdoer that have to balance system, balance everything, and they start to cut down and focus on the product. There came, Apple computer or phone. There came clock. There came a recycling plant. So people say, Coach K, why don't you put in this empty space something called prime? This is exactly what I don't want to put anything there, because look at my head. This is prime. So this in between overdoer, and then you start to be enjoying the prime where your idea, which is a dream, an entrepreneur part of you, your producer, leadership part of you. You may team up with a team integrator, working with people, and then you have acquired some of training experience from administrative quadrant. All these four quadrants have to come together in harmony. That's what I call prime right here. Okay. But the prime is not for you to keep the prime there, because to keep you in the prime, you can easily go back to the overdoer. So a lot of CEOs, a lot of people just kill their marriage and health because they want to keep their thing in the prime, or keep the company in the prime, relationship in the prime. Or you may become a warrior. Now you start to develop tranquility, acceptance. Will people accept me down the road? Am I safe? So this back and forth it's an interesting state. of human being. Okay, be there. Okay, and then once you become warrior, could be industry change and could be something, and then you will try to rely on the system to survive, and then will gradually die. And then when you need a new dream, a new vision to start again. So this cycle will keep going lifelong. And my study, I think, is about 7 years, roughly speaking. It doesn't have to be 7. So like that's why, from high school to college could be a little prime, right? You have suddenly you have idea in high school, want to be a computer programmer. If your dad told you so, sorry, still a dream, somebody else's dream, okay? And then you go through the fire, you go, and you finally go through college and worry about job. When you graduated, you do it 2 or 3 years, you say, oh man, I'm not cut out for this. And you want to do something, but it's very important. You have to finish the cycle, okay? You have to finish the cycle and you have to wait for the new dream to start coming out. So it's very, very crucial. So now this is all theory, all in theory. But now today, I'm going to just call David. Please unmute yourself. Our Passionary is online. I believe he's coming from New York City. Yeah. Hey, David, how are you?
Hello.
Hey, long time no see.
Yeah,
good to see you.
It's good to see you.
How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. Pretty good. Just had
Wonderful.
Yeah.
All right. Just catch up a little bit. I haven't seen you for a while. So anything happening right now, like interesting or?
When's the last time we saw each other? It's like 2 years ago.
I think, yeah, it's right before you graduated. I still remember you.
Oh yeah, the wedding.
You organized something for people to go. What is that?
Oh, the Tough Mudder.
The Tough Mudder. You impressed me there. Come on, folks. Folks there, just follow you, go do that crazy thing before you get out of crazy Princeton. All right. No, Princeton people, I love Princeton. I live in Princeton, so don't quote me. Okay, Princeton folks, you guys are fine. So what's up?
I guess I've been doing a lot of thinking, right? I've been going through a big process of thinking, and
how long has it been going? Just recently, or a couple of years, or a couple of months?
Well, specifically about my job, maybe definitely definitely at least 5 months, maybe 5 to 8 months, something like that.
All right.
Thinking about, do I like my job, or is my job the right place for me to be, or should I switch companies, switch teams, focus on a slightly different kind of work? I've been thinking about a lot of those kinds of questions.
Those are legit questions, as also other 47 million Americans out there. All right. No, absolutely. That's a reality right now.
Yeah.
Tell me more about it, because I kind of vaguely remember your job is a technical job, right?
Yeah.
Software development for a ticketing company, I believe something. Sorry, we have so many passionaires. So
yeah. So
okay.
That's where I used to work. So I used to work at SeatGeek, and that was a live events ticketing company.
Sure.
Worked there after graduation in 2019, but then I left once the pandemic started because there were no more live events. I didn't feel comfortable staying there. They're doing well now though, which is really
okay, cool.
Good now. But now I work at the New York Times, and I'm a software engineer. So I was doing software engineering at SeatGeek. Now I'm doing it at the New York Times on the customer care team. So that's where I'm at right now.
So you are serving the customer who are using the software or using the app? I'm trying to figure out, are you working with people? You work with machine?
With machines, yeah, for sure. I don't work directly with the people. My team builds the software that the customer support agents use to look up customer data, and also we manage the data pipelines that talk about like what the customer issue was, and then we send the data to the rest of the company. Those are the main two things we do. So like when customers have problems, we help them like fix it. Problems with their subscription basically. We help them fix it, and we help the company in general get better by responding to the big picture company. I mean, yeah, big picture like product issues. Like you can't log into your account. The login page is broken for everybody. So we need to like tell the login team to like fix it. It's not like a real example, but that kind of idea.
Cool. It's all right. How long you been there?
11 months. 11, not 11 months. A year and 11 months.
Sounds like 11 months. Then that's something going on. Yeah. Most of cases, folks, 24 months is kind of, I suggest stay on the job before you make any changes. But you are there. You are there, 24, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. So what do you have in mind right now? Are you happy?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I feel very comfortable in my job because of the people. I really like the people I work with. They're very friendly, they're very nice, they're very caring. It's a very comfortable environment, like emotionally. And the work-life balance is really good.
The work-life balance. Hey, it took you like almost 2 years to realize. No, I'm kidding. Wonderful. So work-life balance. Wonderful. Yeah. And it's paid well enough for you to have a lifestyle in New York City.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, so those are like the main things that I like about it. But what I don't like about it is I feel like maybe I'm not growing as much as I could, or growing in the ways that I want to. And I don't really know that there's like enough support at the company, or on my team, because half of my team quit.
Here we go. So
Great.
yeah, here we go. And now, folks, now you hear the other side of the story. Those who stay didn't abandon ship. Here we go, David. Welcome on board. Okay. All right. So because they're gone, like finally you have some relationship going, the wonderful team spirit.
Yeah.
See you in 2 weeks. No, bye in 2 weeks. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, exactly.
You know why they quit?
All of them had been on the team between 3 and 6 years. It's like a long time, right? And they said they wanted to work on different things, basically. One of them went to a different company. 3 of them went to different teams throughout the company. And one of them, it was like a contract issue. It was like he had to leave because it was like a business complicated thing. Yeah.
Sure. Wow. And you feel like it's your turn, huh?
Basically.
This is definitely joking. So I just want to see. Just tell me what you feel. I mean, you feel like it. I don't think it's a work-life balance stuff, right? You actually feel the reverse work-life balance. You want something a little bit more adventurous. Is that what it is? I don't know.
Well, I'm not sure. That's like part of the thing. It's how would I say it? It's like I think I should leave because if I go somewhere else, 1, I could earn more money, and 2, I could grow more technically, because that's not really the biggest focus of my team. Like it is a technical role, but it's not a tech company, right? Somewhere like Google or something, the technology is the product. So there's like a heavy emphasis on the quality of the engineering and stuff. But that's not a focus of the New York Times, because at the end of the day, the product is the news, right? So I'm not a journalist. So
I see. So you are not in the so-called core competence group that's where really the money making come from. It's like ad journalism,
Yeah.
You are the supporting role, right?
Call center, I'm in the call center.
So David, I hear you. yeah, I have your new profile in my hand. So while you are talking, I'm looking at your profile in my hand. I can't help. That's just my I love it. I mean, your new profile just show you're changing. I mean, this job changed you.
Yeah.
But not just this, somehow the job kind of take you to a very interesting profile right now. It was not clear before, but now it is. I'll break that to you in a minute. So yeah, so give me more. I mean, I know what you love about you're doing, but there are certain area you feel like not sure, uncertain, right?
Yeah. It feels like um yeah, I'm not like I don't really have the support in term from my team. I feel like how would I say it? There's only one engineer on my team who's more senior than me. So I feel like I don't have like enough people to learn from. I don't really have like a good structure in place for me to grow. I don't feel like I have a good support system, basically, to actually become like a more senior engineer and to like learn a lot. But I guess the issue here, because in some ways it seems like very simple, right? Right, I should just leave, right? But then there's like two things.
Here we go.
There's two things on my mind. One, I really have no idea where I should go, like
Okay,
what
that's
kind of place I should go to.
okay.
And then there's the background thing. The background thing, I'm experiencing a lot of like, I've been going through a lot of like mental health issues. And I think that's impacting all of this, where in two specific ways. I think the main one is like believing in myself to be able to like perform well at a different job, and my ability to actually like is my ability to perform, like actually being able to do it, because sometimes it's like hard to focus, or like I don't know, it's just like hard to perform sometimes. And then there's like the emotional side of being able to perform well, like not having like good like self-belief or like self-esteem. So it's like maybe I should just stay where I am because it's comfortable. Does that make sense?
Oh, make a lot of sense. I'm now wow, today is not, folks, this today definitely not a normal. It's not I mean because I mean I thought about career, but this is probably deeper than career. So no, seriously. So
Yeah.
so today, I mean, if you are, I'm talking to the passionate out there, David came on board. I met him when he was either junior or senior in Princeton in computer science, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so he did the PQ, I have the profile, and then observed him doing senior year, got a job, went to New York, right? And then here David's post-pandemic, this is normal. When I say this, it's not, I want to treat it lightly, because we have been coaching so many young people prior and through and post-pandemic. I'm not trying to blame pandemic, but there's something going on that's impacting the mental state. Okay, so but at the same time, so so today is a real case, so we have a couple of tools I come to try to help you out, David. So and I look at your profile, there are two things just grow exponentially from your college profile. So today, folks out there, you can see this is definitely not like get to the best college, your life is done. It's set, college is just a start.
Yeah.
And most important is the first few years after college to really kind of find that identity, feel comfortable, and start to grow into like that independent young man like you are, David, independent young woman out there. Okay, so this is more important than what college you come from. Okay, so David, thank you for opening up. I think going to help all the passionate out there. Not so many people watch our channel, so don't worry about this. Like not going out anywhere. this really serving our own community. But if you are watching, this is real. This is real stuff. I mean, we don't have a script right up, you know. So this is a real thing. It's a real deal. It's like, yeah, I'm stable right now, but I want to quit, and I have something going on outside the job now. How do I motivate myself? You know, sure, new job will new job motivate me, right? Something like that. Got you. Wow, that's so. There are two things that just pop up. Let me just get my stuff going. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. So, David, I mean, I have a comparison of your profile here.
Yeah.
So, the first thing is tranquility, which there's a tremendous need in you to find peace, make peace with people. So your team member leaving actually caused something stirred up. So that means stress number, that you want to find a place that you will feel like I can be myself. Okay. And your number in 2018, December, this number is minus. Until today is 1.26 or 36. Let me see. 26. So you flip sides from negative to positive. What does that mean? That's exponential increase a lot. That means, yes, your job is stable, but you still feel restless. Can I use the word restless?
Yeah.
What would the best word to describe that? That like, yes, you know the job is stable, you are doing okay, but you just feel like, do I belong here? Should I? How long? Like you restless?
Yeah, restless. Uncomfortable. Maybe not uncomfortable, but yeah, restless is good. Yeah.
Right. You know, restless doesn't mean you are not comfortable. You are comfortable, but you are not comfortable. That's why you are restless. You are swing between two states so quickly. You know what I'm saying? I'm settled in the morning, but in the noon, boom, I'm swing to the other side where I want to find something. And then you swing back before you head back home. You know what I'm saying? And after you take a shower, no, man, I'm going to stay. So, you know,
yeah.
Am I right? I'm reading into this. So that's what the tranquility is it doesn't mean your job is stressed. So a lot of people are stressful, not because their job is stress, causes stress. It's because, well, we'll get to that in a moment. Okay, so this one is really way up there. So I'm like, oh, sorry, I didn't get it in here. Okay, I was hand waving to myself. Tranquility is up. So if you watch our previous program, these two passions are most impacted through pandemic. All right, so regardless your age, it just got going up. So, and then your acceptance before you graduated is just a little bit over 0.33. Right now, you know what the number is? They become twin. Acceptance, tranquility. You're accepting tranquility are the twins right now. you got the twin brothers. It's 1.26.
Yeah, it's
exactly crazy. The same. The number won't lie. You have two that grow up exactly simultaneously throughout the past, whatever, 24 months.
Yeah.
And they are like exact twin, 1.26, 1.26.
That's crazy.
Oh, here we go. So your issue right now is not career, it's not job. This too. If you are able to manage it, job change or not, it's easy decision. All right. How do we get here from a Princeton computer science, and I remember this one to me become a two-prong I don't want to go there. How do we get here, David?
How did I get in the situation with
Mhm,
the high acceptance and high tranquility?
yeah,
I don't know. Um,
that's very interesting. It's like it I really didn't see you got this potential when you
yeah,
were in college because you didn't seem like to be a high tranquility guy. That means, you are adventurous. Remember,
yeah,
you were like taking risks,
yeah.
and you know what I'm saying? I mean, you may be soft power, which power is -2. We got that,
Mhm.
but that's a positive thing. I'll get to that in a moment because that one go up. But this two, you are not so sensitive, sensitive is a good thing, by the way. Passionate. When we say sensitive, I love it. Both sides of the spectrum are good, but when they both come up so much, here we go. Job or not, I mean, it just unsettling, restless.
Mhm.
It become a self-defeating cycle.
Mm.
Okay, it's self-defeating because now you want to do something, so you want yourself to get accepted, and then tranquility come back and just bring you down. So it becomes a self-defeating loop going like. So do you know how any trigger? Don't have to tell me personal stuff.
Mhm.
It's still live stream, but I only thinking there's certain stuff going now.
Yeah. Well, I have a question. So
Sure.
tranquility, I think I understand. It's like in one sentence, it's like a desire for more peace, basically. But acceptance, could you explain that one in like one sentence?
Acceptance is very simple. Your desire to be accepted, to have approval, to have
Mhm.
that confidence that you could do things. So you have antenna right now up, very sensitive to pick
Mhm.
up signal from everywhere, the news, boss, colleague, Princeton magazine, like alumni magazine. So you start to pick up stuff, and you probably want to major up to something. Could be. So I have
Mhm.
no idea what part of that, because that's not you. This one is like, woo,
Yeah. I've
it's
never been
growing on you. It's a lot of. It's like 10 times more.
that. Yeah. I've never
Yeah.
been that kind of person who, well, at least I don't think so. Um, I would never have called myself a high acceptance person.
But you are now. You are the legit high acceptance person right now, benchmark against global data as of today. You are. So this change is probably a hidden, the most important. This two, they tranquility is because you used to be adventurous. You belong to the other side of the aisle. Now you switch side. That's huge.
Mhm.
Acceptance used to be 0.33. Now it's 1.26, is for minimally 4 times.
Mhm.
That's a lot of change.
Mhm.
So that means the 1.26 is, I can give you the stuff is like, uh, people say something, it may remain in you for a couple days. It will keep popping up in your head.
Yeah.
That's a difficult life because you are not used to it. You know what I mean? Used to be more acceptance. So to adjust to this new sensitivity is like, it's hard. Life is that's why you probably experience some mental difficulty dealing with stuff.
Mhm.
So interesting. I mean, this is definitely a transient state, I think.
Okay.
I
I hope
bet.
I hope so.
Well, I'm glad you come on. So usually I'll ask, is there any trigger? But if it's too personal, you don't have to share. But I feel there's some trigger to
Um, I don't know. Let me try to think. What has happened in the past like 4 years?
it.
Um,
Yeah, folks, David is like 4 years after college. So now before we talk about career right now, we have to deal with this too.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully bring that back to your natural state
Hmm.
to be a human being again. And then you can make decision. Otherwise, it will be a self-defeating loop. If that's the case, don't change job because it
Mm,
won't change.
mm. That's important. I've been kind of thinking that like changing the job could be the trigger to make things better.
Unless it's caused by the job, then you change job now.
Hmm.
Unless it's caused by the job, but you have to be very honest in that other thing. So don't blame your job because a lot of people blame the boss and job, but in fact, it's not a job. It's then something else outside the job. Okay, it could be I don't know. It could be a lot of things. Does the job cause this? If that's the case, that's what I talk about. Your healthy development cycle
Yeah.
come to the end. You start becoming a warrior, and then come to the perfectionist. Nothing going now, just a system going. Go. Then you need to leave. You have the new vision, and then start that cycle again. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. But if that's is if the job is not the main thing to cause this to go up, this too will bring you quickly from warrior to perfectionist and just have a you go through motions, but there's no emotion, there's no fire, there's nothing. That lifestyle is not healthy, David.
Mhm.
Right?
Yeah.
Is any trigger to it?
I'm trying to think. I I started the job like 2 years ago. I feel like 2 years ago I didn't feel this way. So
Huh.
I guess it would have been within the last 2 years, probably.
Whoa. Well, so that's
I mean,
something is
pandemic was part of it.
the
Or it could
job
be the job.
related environment.
Yeah, it could be part of the job because I didn't start feeling this way even at the beginning of the pandemic. Like
Yeah.
2 years ago, the pandemic, was already going on for like 2 months or so. Um, so it could be the job. What else? I mean, it's kind of interesting. I was in a relationship that started about 2 years ago.
Ha, here we go. Okay. Is that relationship still going?
No.
Here we go. All right. So folks, okay, I'll talk to the passionate out there. Listen, thank you, David. Hey, folks, so we are holistic. We are human being. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. So if you want to use work to fill up the void internally caused by some other thing, job can do that much, but it cannot fix it. Okay. So you can become a workaholic. A lot of young people just keep changing job, but as I said at the beginning of today's episode, it's like you have to find a real matching thing to match your passion, and then you will feel relaxed to make that decision. So, all right, I'll get back to you now, David.
Mhm.
Hey, I don't know. I mean, these two are way high there. You as a coach tonight is twin, and your beauty go up too. It's matching. It's 1.23. You have a triple in you right now. So
Yeah.
your beauty is way high. So I like that. I like that. So there's some dream in you now. Let me just bring that thing here. The beauty here. Yeah, your beauty. So you have three things right now. You have
Nice.
three things right now. They're like triple A's. Which one you want really adopt? No, I'm kidding. I mean, they are competing in you. I think you must develop something along the side of beauty right now. I bet. Are
Yeah,
you?
I tried to embrace it more in the past few years. Especially there was that the PQ workshop
Yeah.
in November 2020.
Yeah.
Since then, I think I've been thinking a lot more about it and like really trying to embrace it. Because
What did you
I
do?
like photography.
You did? You start something?
I didn't start doing anything new really. I was just like changing how I viewed it. I
Cool.
started
Yeah.
like traveling to beautiful places just because they were pretty. I just started doing things like prioritizing it. And
Okay.
yeah, um, I think I think in the past maybe I didn't embrace it enough, and I tried to tell myself, oh, that's not that important. But in the past, I guess almost 2 years, I've said this is important to me, and I'm gonna like seek it out, and it's been really nice. And in music as well, not making music, but maybe one day listening to music, going to concerts and stuff like that.
Wow, yeah, okay.
So that's been fun. Yeah.
The numbers are very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a tough call because
Uh-huh.
you have a relationship. It started roughly when you change job, right?
Yeah. I guess all three things happen around the same time: the pandemic, the job, and the relationship.
Okay. Now, is the relationship partially because this is let me try to phrase it the right way. Now there are so many pandemic relationship because
Yeah.
is that a pandemic relationship?
No, I wouldn't say so. Because it started in some ways, yeah, it started before the pandemic, like January 2020.
Good.
kind
All
of.
right.
Yeah.
But without pandemic, would that thing went so fast? It's like you start to, okay, I got you.
It definitely increased the yeah, it advanced the relationship a lot faster. Yeah, definitely. Like a
really
lot faster. Yeah, definitely.
there you go. And it ended after how many months?
Um,
12.
a year and a half. Year and a half.
Yeah.
A year and a half. 2 years. Yeah.
You guys are, well, most people just ended in 6 months. But now there are so many pandemic relationship. No, I'm serious out there because this overall environment, cultural, the atmosphere, the ambient, two can simply just couple up to fight. It's human being stuff. We just need another companion to fight this. Okay. So in a lot of cases, it just speed up the whole process because it could have taken 3, 4, 6 months before it developed so fast. But because pandemic hit and all that, it just speed up the whole thing, which good or bad, it depends on the personality and stuff. All right. So David, where do we go from here? It's very interesting because you have like really, you have been led by tranquility and acceptance. We have to manage that, young man.
Like something I'm thinking about is like when I talk about like mental health, specifically, I'm talking about depression, and I'm wondering like how like if my PQ results are basically maybe does the acceptance and tranquility just correlate to someone who's like depressed basically?
Absolutely.
Is it all the same thing, or
Absolutely.
like all like connected?
Absolutely. But it's not, it's with this, based on motivation science, at least it will see how you get into that hole called depression. At least we are able to analyze how you get into it. And from that, we may to see develop something, how you get out of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If the number doesn't say, if you're high tranquility, you're definitely depressed. No, it's not like that.
Yeah.
But this give us evidence or possible way to analyze how you get into this. Okay, that's what. And then once you know how to get into it, we may develop something how to get out of it. Okay.
Cool.
So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was really trying to think very hard about this, as we've been talking, because I really couldn't think of what the cause of it was. But if I continue thinking, I think the pandemic was a bigger part of it than I realized, where at the beginning of the pandemic, things were relatively easy for me. Like thank God, like I still had a job, and like I was okay, and my family was okay, and all these things. But it got a lot harder in the winter. So the winter of 2020. living in New York, it's cold. I
Yes,
was like doing as much. I wasn't seeing people. I was very unhappy. I think I became depressed probably, at the
that
end.
winter, right?
Yeah,
The
that went.
winter.
Yeah. So maybe the lifestyle changes caused by the winter plus the pandemic plus whatever else. I don't know. Maybe that's where it started. I'm not sure. That's like my only idea right now. Yeah.
Sure. We cannot overanalyze it because no, seriously, but it's good to at least we have language to talk about it, you know what I'm saying? So and um well, our Casey's on too. Good. All the coaches up there, if you guys want to jump in, raise your hand. Okay. I need some help here because um, some of you know David a long time. He's very open today. I think it will help a lot of people out there because you got a pandemic relationship. Sorry, Dave, you have to call that. No, it is because no, seriously, I've seen so many people couple up so fast because they want to just endure a pandemic together. This is really it's nothing new in the human history. That happened all the time. You watch a movie, you see some of the movie going through that. So it's very movie-like stuff. But now as life goes on, things just change. You know what I'm saying? When this condition change, so and couple with you change job before pandemic and you just hit it. You didn't have much, I don't know, you didn't really have a normal workplace experience with
No.
this group. No. So Zoom like this doesn't count, folks. You may think you know each other, you don't. Okay, it's not, it can work together, but you are still, the genuine workplace need sit down, eat, and throw things at each other. There's some little human interaction that's needed. And have a practical joke on something. I don't know. Sometimes I joke about you have to hear somebody flushing the toilet to really know you exist. We are human beings. We need a companionship. We need companionship. We need somebody around us. It's just Zoom doesn't cut it. So if you consider that, human interaction, you miss a big part. That will tremendously impact where you are. So because you may think you have people around you, but inside you actually cry out like, I'm lonely. The acceptance and tranquility, the loop will cause something, say, I'm lonely. I may see you every day virtually, but I'm still lonely. Okay. Oh, I'm serious. Yeah. So depression is a common thing right now. It's just not you. It's just a lot. As high as I have seen some reports, 80% of college or workers today, average different age group, depressed. Okay, and our data, we coach hundreds of people through pandemic, and it's a similar. It's systematic. It's like all over the place. So, so for all people out there, you feel like, oh, I'm depressed. Well, then you are not alone. It's there. It's out there. It's. I'm not trying to blame pandemic, but absolutely, this is something nobody know how this really impacts society this way. So, David, we'll come back to this right now. I want to break this loop, though. I want to break this loop because I like you, Casey, and I don't know any other coach. You have the fishbone. So I think your original number are more you. This is way up. This is definitely pandemic related. I can call it. That's a lot. This is a lot of change. Usually this number don't change that much, David.
Yeah, it's a bit extreme.
We have like 15, 20 years of tracking record of PQ. they usually don't ship like this, swing like crazy, and you just and they become twins. So the number don't lie. This two become a twin. So there's a loop going on. Cell reinforcement of stuff going on. If we can somehow break it to 9, you could find a way out, and then you make your career change decision. So, but before we go there, I want to make sure this is not just job, 100% job, right? It's not the job causing you this, or you don't see anybody at job except on Zoom or something.
Yeah, for the most part, I see the people at my job maybe once every like 3 to 6 months in person.
Okay, all right, I got you. Okay, David, that's it. I got you. Okay, so all the loving young people out there, like you dream about work outside Bahama, have a drink of something, and you can still work on the computer, and that's call it life. No, it's not. Okay, everybody need at least. You have to see people. Okay, David. You have to be tonight. It doesn't even count. You look at me, hey, Coach K, but you don't know what I wear down there. You know what I'm saying? I can put a green screen at the back. So no, it doesn't count. Okay, human is greedy. Like no, I mean, so it's better you work somebody in the backyard. Just plant a new tree or remove some junk together. Get it sweaty, and you need that.
Mm-hmm.
To call yourself a human being. So I'm not a big fan of I love technology. My son developed VR game. We run VR camp. But sorry, guys, the meta world won't work because, you know what I'm saying? Come on. So, no, David, this is real. I mean, and that's partially, well, so let's do a little bit of things. So I feel you are very lonely. Don't take it the negative sense. I feel interaction with people, because you are definitely by this. I don't know. I mean, any coach want to say something? Coach Casey, Coach Joyce, anybody else? Come on, you want to jump in? Raise your hand, jump in, because I need help here. Our passion there. David, I think I want to find out tonight a way, hopefully, a direction for you to get back to your natural state.
Yeah.
No, seriously. Okay, coaches, any suggestion? Now it's time to call out experts. All right. And friends. Anybody want to jump in? Come on. I look at all the coaches like, okay, Casey, come on.
Jump in.
Casey, tell me, yeah.
I don't know what to say though.
Here we go.
Hello.
Hey, Coach Casey, here we go. You guys, went through college together.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess I don't know if this is relevant or changing the topic. It's changing the topic, but what I was thinking about as you were talking to David is David's passion for beauty and curiosity. I remember from the Fishbone, those two really, well, from the conference we did, those two really stuck out.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm curious, David, like what have you been doing with beauty and curiosity, and do you feel like it's life-giving? Or if not, like what is life-giving for you recently?
Yeah, it's a good question. I don't think I'm doing anything for curiosity. I don't think. Maybe pretty important. And for beauty, I would say some of the traveling I've done, that was really good for beauty. And some of the music related stuff, I think that's been good. But yeah, curiosity, I don't think I'm doing anything for that.
But it has grown a lot.
Yeah.
Like I remember your curiosity tested really negative the first time, and then during the ION conference, I remember you were really saying like curiosity is one of your like things that you really care about.
Yeah, it's true. Let me think. What have I done about curiosity? I guess I started playing soccer a lot more, and that's completely new to me. So I'm like exploring something new. That's been a lot of fun. Curiosity. I mean, no, I was gonna say my job. I don't really feel like my job satisfies my curiosity thing. What else? Curiosity. I don't really know.
Well, do you feel like if you could learn more at your job, it would satisfy your curiosity? Like, did it used to satisfy your curiosity?
Yeah, probably. Like when I started, there were a lot of things I had no familiarity with. And now I feel like my learning, not completely, but my learning has slowed very significantly. Um, like I said, I don't feel like I have a lot of structured like support to like grow. But when I first joined the company like 2 years ago, they were like I was always learning something new. Now it's kind of like I learn something new like a lot less frequently, and I have to like teach myself versus like learning from more senior people.
Mhm.
So it is pretty different. Curiosity. Yeah, I don't know. So those are the only things I can think of for curiosity.
Yeah.
Am I doing anything new? I don't know. Read books sometimes. Sometimes.
Read books. Okay.
Yeah. Maybe. I think it went higher on the score on the PQ test because I th- I do feel like I'm like more aware of it and I have like a bigger desire for it. But I don't
Mhm.
know that I'm putting it into practice enough. Unless I'm just completely missing something. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, okay. The other thing I was thinking of, maybe it's changing the topic again, is for a while that you were saying you had an interest maybe in doing photography more seriously, even like starting
Yeah.
your own kind of photography business. How do you
Mhm.
feel about that now?
Yeah, I kind of like abandoned that idea for the sake of it reminds me of tranquility, just for the practicality of staying a software engineer. It just like makes a lot more sense. You can make like the career path is a lot more
Well,
straightforward.
I feel like when we used to talk about this with your first profile, it was practicality that kept you from doing it. Because you were like, I'm building a career and I have skills and stuff I'm working on. But now I almost feel like it's just the tranquility. Because your curiosity, your practicality, it's like in the middle, kind of, you know?
Mm. Wait, which one is the practicality?
It's like the opposite side of curiosity.
Oh, okay. Um, oh, so yeah, it's interesting. Um, yeah, I mean, I haven't even like considered doing more photography stuff just because of it just felt like it made more sense to stick with the engineering thing and it's just like less risky. I think lack of risk is a big thing on my mind. Just like keeping things very chill, like going to work every day. That stability is really nice. Stability is a big thing I've been thinking about. Stability, comfort, lack of risk.
When would you say like that started being your top priority?
Maybe when I like it kind of reminds me of when I started my job at the New York Times. I only took the job because of the pandemic and because it made sense on paper.
Hmm.
Because they were offering more money. At the time, I didn't know what the future of SeatGeek was. It just like felt like it felt like a secure like I needed security, and this gave me security. And it wasn't bad. Like nothing about it was bad. But the only reason I had no intention of leaving my job. It's not like I was in love with the company. I hope no one from my company sees this.
Nobody watch our channel. Don't worry.
Uh, yeah. So I mean, I guess I would say it's the pandemic, the instability of the pandemic made me like feel very uncomfortable. So I did what made me feel safe.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So, but David, I know without knowing the depression side of your story, I mean, depression, which I'm
Mhm.
glad you openly just share that with us.
Mhm.
But there's something from the motivation science language. We call it burnout. Okay, a burnout syndrome, which very
So
similar to depression, but we have to differentiate it by burnout is could be like you burn out of your passion, basically. Okay. A very borderline depression. So you read a couple of things like chronic fatigue, insomnia, forgetfulness, impaired concentration, attention, physical symptoms, increased illness, something caught with the loss of appetite, anxiety, anger, depression. I mean, any of that kind of ring a bell?
yeah, I forgot to bring that up. I mean, it's not something I think about very often. I relate to a few of those things. There's like one of the most significant ones is anger.
Yeah.
I haven't identified as a person, like an angry person in a very long time, but I found myself getting like annoyed and like a little angry at work sometimes. And yeah, talking about burnout, like in general, I was talking to my therapist about it. Yeah, and I think I am burned out. I think I am experiencing burnout, but I don't know when that started. I think it probably started just in the last like 5 months, probably. I think before then I probably wasn't burned out. Basically, as everyone started leaving the company, leaving my team, I think that's when things really took a turn on my job.
Exactly. So, yeah, burnout is usually a more like a sudden process compared to depression.
Mhm.
Depression is sometimes more chronic, develops slowly, but burnout is like you go no problem, boom, one day just like you drop everything, or your anger just go burst, and okay, you left. So something, yeah. Does that describe like okay,
Yeah.
just like run out of fuel, boom, run off steam, or just I'm saying there's something bursted. So I look at you. That's what I feel. Maybe you are experiencing a burnout. Then we have something about burnout, which um, we might not have time today to talk about it. But burnout is about passion. You burn out your fuel. That's it,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
How do I get it back?
I
How do I
know.
get
That's what we're trying to find. So,
it back?
no, seriously,
Well,
yeah. How do we get it back? uh, Go to the gas station. It's
So
cost
it's fun.
about $5 per gallon right now. No kidding. Uh, uh, all right. So we have a couple of coaches start to give suggestion there. You can take a quick view about it. So David, I'm no psychiatrist or psychologist or counselor. I don't intend to do counseling.
Uh-huh.
There are a lot of experts do this, but from motivation science, from PQ point of view, you run on certain thing, but through pandemic, from that previous relationship, even your job, you ran out of fuel.
Mhm.
Is that the correct assessment?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. I'm just not sure when it hit me, but yeah, basically, definitely like within the last year and a half, especially within the last 6 months. Yeah.
Okay.
Running out
So
of now.
yeah, for all the passionate out there, a lot of people don't believe in burnout. Okay, but I work with thousands of business people, employee, managers. Burnout is very real. Burnout is real stuff. It's not just chemistry that you are imbalance of certain chemistry. Burnout is a phenomena where your passions are used out. Okay, and so 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 David, there's a burnout process that we need to go through with you, but how to get that back now. So let's get back to this question, like job. Let me go back to what I talked about at the beginning. I want to identify this with me. Hopefully we set some basic tones right now, okay? So we could kind of help you. Now, here we go. All right. Now I'm coming to this cycle.
Mhm.
Your numbers show you already at least gone through warrior stage of stuff, high tranquility. Now it's almost become, everything come down, you will be limited to the A quadrant, which is the system. We call it perfectionist. Doesn't mean the traditional sense of perfection. It's like you have a dream, you want to do something, you want to start a new relationship, a new hobby, something, but you will always fall back to that safety net that you feel you enjoy right now. But when you fall back to that net, you want to get out. So the restless, the thing, and sometimes that make you feel unworthy, sometimes make you feel angry because you try everything you have already, but you don't know why you're in this position, right?
Yeah. Feeling stuck, basically, right?
Yeah, feeling stuck. Although you are not stuck, you have a job, but inside you feel. So I think don't call it stuck. It's a burnout stuff. You got burnout kind of stuff going on. Okay. So let's count times. Two years on this job. Before the first job, how many years? 2 and 2.
No, not quite.
A year.
It was just under a year, like 9 months.
9 months.
Yeah.
And then 4 years in college, computer science.
7 years.
7 years. So, hey, you're coming to the second cycle of 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Given that, you may need to make a big change. Okay, let me just say that. Folks, you will know me. I'm not saying like, oh, you don't like a job, quit. No, today, after David's very open. I usually, I can go either way. But you have dragged along something for too long, for 2 cycles of this healthy development. But still you get burned out. So I feel there's something out of Princeton experience which lead into a job. So you dwell on your perfectionism, safety. There's a default that you always fall back to is your A quadrant. Okay, practical, saving, safe. Are you willing to try something different?
Mm-hmm.
I know this is tough because now you have this 2-prong twins in you. That's a self-defeating loop. So we have to help you there. But how old are you, David?
I turned 25 in a few months, 24.
So young men and women out there, before you are 30, you got to take a big risk one time.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Well, David, I look at your smile. Hey, guys, observe online. Look at David. His smile says everything. No, I'm serious. He was like not smiling. Now it's like, hey, somebody speak to me now. Come on. Look at that smile right now. I mean, okay, so you just want me to say that. Okay, I'm saying it. Okay. No. Before the age of 30, you got to take a major risk of your life. You got to be a dreamer, a defier again. You have to defy something. You have to come against something in the past, set a tone for you. I don't know what that is. You have very squashed producer quadrant. That means you listen to somebody, and that's why you dwell in your A quadrant. You got to step out now, David. Because if you don't do this, this twin might be a chronicle thing in your life that, you know what I'm saying? Every cycle you will develop this too, and it may become a pattern, which I don't want to see. So I strongly recommend to beat burnout. It's not just don't do anything. Go to Bahama, take a 2-year vacation. You will get more burnout there. Okay. It will be have a permanent burnout, like you can never get back to work. No, there's a way to. So we have teaching, we have coaching thing, helping burnout. Now, cut it short. We're to help you to find this quadrant. Here. Dream, your dream. What's your dream, David?
That's a good question.
Here we go. Before we go tonight, I have to hear at least something. I have to pry something out of you. What is your dream, David? That's the only way you can rebirth, born again from this dreamer in you, which you have enough of E quadrant. Let me be honest with you. And they are growing. Okay. But so I want to break you today through the perfectionist stage. This one is all system. You have a system, you have a job, you go get a paycheck, you come home, life goes on. But if you belong there, you should feel fine now. You shouldn't have any mental situation. You should be just fine. But you are not. So you can continue to lie to yourself, I'll be fine. You will not be fine, because this loop, once you go so many times, it calls self-defeating loop. Does that make sense? You don't need environment, pandemic, you don't need anything outside. It's a self-defeating loop. It got to stop. That pattern got to stop. So, young man, tell me, what is your dream? See, look at that smile. Come on. Now, hear me out. That's why you have to come on the YouTube live streaming, because you tell the whole world about your dream. I don't care. You got to have a breakthrough tonight. I don't care if your parent watching or anybody watching. I don't care. People watch you. David, it's you and me now. You actually coming from you have 7-year cycle. You didn't get to the prime you want. Mm-hmm. You go to the prime so quickly, get a job. Yeah. In 1 month, you already become a warrior and become a professionalist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, new job, this new job, boo, you already go. You know what I'm saying? So, so now that means your starting point may not be right. You have a dream, but you never tell people. You never come out very bold and say, this is what I want to do. And before the age of 30, let me try something. Okay. That could be a marriage. I don't know what your dreams are. I dream of a lovely, beautiful wife. Say it. No, say it. I want to hear it now. I want to hear you, because I can't wait. I can't watch you suffer like this for another cycle, another 7 years. You are 32. You'll get washed out like, oh, Coach K, bro, they are bigger now. No, I can't see that. I won't allow that. No way. So tell me your dream here. Come on. Tell me your dream. Look at that smile. I don't care what that is. You have enough money. You are self-engineer. You can take part-time job. But I want to hear your dream tonight. Come on. Go.
Well, I feel like I've always had a desire to, or like an inclination for like entrepreneurial type things, and like some kind of business type thing, or like I guess there's various types of things you could do as an entrepreneur, but I have never embraced it. I've never embraced it ever.
You never embrace it. How can you never embrace it? Look at your smile. Look at the way you talk about it. You want in your life, you never try to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah, it's been.
You will regret. You will regret.
Yeah.
That caused anger. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
That's the root of your anger. Look at that smile. No, come on, guys. This is real. This is real. This is real. This is supposed to be over a beer or something. Sit down, just man-to-man talk. But hey, you come online, young man, you have, oh God. So your A quadrant may be just fake. Oh my goodness, Lord have mercy. You are inspired to be doing something out of box. You want to go have some impact on people's life, right? You want to start something new, maybe weird even, but maybe useless, quoted by some other people. But you want to get out there and try it. Am I right, David?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
But every time in your life, you end up picking a safe job, a safe path, a safe major. Am I right?
The one time I didn't do that in the most recent, like choosing my job after graduation. I chose the job to work at SeatGeek. I chose it because I don't know, I just really wanted to do it. I cared more about it. I could have done a different job, paid me more money, that made more sense on paper. But I was
But
pretty
you have a
happy.
good instinct. The company doing very well today, right?
Yeah, I could go back, but I don't think I want to.
No, don't go back, please. Okay, no, David, no. I want something brand new. You have to break this pattern of your life right now. You already have almost 2 full, 11 years, 7 plus 4, 11. You have almost a 2 full cycle of 7 years. If you don't experience a prime that will satisfy you, you got burned out more easier in the next job. Next cycle will go faster. You burn out faster. Does that make sense, David?
Yeah, I have one question.
Go
What
ahead.
is the first cycle? I know the second cycle is college to now.
Yeah.
What's the first cycle?
I don't know. You must have another cycle before that because this kind of pattern.
I guess like my childhood was
Yeah.
my dad was, I don't know if you remember, my dad was super domineering. I just did whatever he said. That was what happened.
Right, David's dad, we are not talking bad about you, okay? God bless you. But your son is an excellent young gentleman. I love coaching him. He has great potential, but he's not you. So, okay. So he's definitely unique and different. So yeah, David. So I feel this usually 2 cycle.
Mhm.
That's why, sorry, young man, you might grow angrier.
Yeah.
Okay. You will look at our thing like it's not fair. You will start to think something very negative first. That's normal. No, I'm serious because well, so okay. Now this is very high level, but I want to break that mold right now because the only way to that we are not afraid of failure is we are able to recognize our stage of development and quickly know where we are going to move. You can move back. You can move from the system and go back to warrior and go back to prime. You can do this, but I don't recommend that because that's just, So I'm thinking, but young people out there before age of 30, if you are creative, high beauty, artistic, you want to challenge the status quo, you're never satisfied, don't waste your time on some other thing, but entrepreneur is something to go. Now, there are many ways to do entrepreneuring stuff, okay, without quitting your job, but you got to start something somewhere. Got to start from here. And your thinking has to have a breakthrough. Okay, that's the best way to fight burnout is to know where you are, to admit the burnout stage. And now I have to identify, is a warrior or is to me, it's probably almost, you got to this point, it's called perfectionist. It's like it's only a system going. You don't have much eye going now. You play soccer, but then it's good enough. So everything just get you in a survivor mode. Okay. All right. So David, do you have enough saving in your bank account? Don't tell me how much. Just tell me, are you good financially?
Yeah.
Here we go. You're already like the top 10% of young people today that you could start something very bizarre. No, no, I'm joking. But no, I want you to no, seriously. I like your smile right now, because when you talked before, it was not the David I know. This is more like it. And I'm very impressed when you, out of the coaching tips and stuff, you organize that trip down to Pennsylvania somewhere.
Yeah. I did it again last year as well. Casey was there too.
Yeah. Okay. So David, I want you to still, I mean, don't quit the job yet, because we have to figure out this dream first. Dream is not just like go talk. It's something that we have already something in your entrepreneurial quadrant that can help it grow from last data beauty, expedience, curiosity, or go up. So now, so we won't go detail. Usually this one will have another, but David, I think once you figure out this, you need a 5 to 7 year plan to take the most, to take, let me put it this way. I call this a breaking pattern life tool. It's better than grad school. It's better than another degree. It cannot come from system. It has to be out of box something. You have to do it before the age of 30. Now, not parents and older people out there, oh, Coach K, don't tell my young people taking risk. Well, if they don't do this young people, when they get to their 40s, they would do something even more terrifying. Okay? And then the cost is much more. So David, I think you probably need to change job. But before you do anything, it's not by changing job to solve the inner thing. Does that make sense? You have to solve that inner you to get back to who you are. In a way, manage your tranquility and acceptance by. So something that you get called not to do, or you tell yourself not to do, maybe that's what you should be doing right now. I don't know, maybe your dad say, don't do that, David. But that may be what you should be doing. I'm just kidding, but I think you have to go through this stage. And then I love to see your power go up. So you are growing in the producer quadrant. So, but if you want to do a entrepreneur stuff, you probably need to find partner.
Find who?
Partner.
Oh, okay.
It's not good for you to do it alone.
Oh.
You are the so-called group entrepreneur type. You work in a group with people, 1 or 2, I don't know. So think about that. All right. Sky's the limit, but it's probably will be, I don't know. So you don't have to quit the job. That means you probably do double job. You still get the software job, but then you are crazy working on your second job to be an entrepreneur. I'm looking forward to it. It could be anything. You are very lucky to be in the position, financially stable. You host a job which is not demanding that much. Sorry, I have to say that, because you're a good work-life balance. You play soccer right now. So you can pick up soccer, you can pick up photography. I want to pick up entrepreneur hobby. I have no idea. Okay. I feel you could. That's something I don't know. I want to dream again. I can't watch you like burn out like this. Sorry, David. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. So, question for me.
I Why should I not do the entrepreneurship alone? How do you like? Yeah.
You could, but once you get through it, I'm thinking to find a big P person, high
Mm.
producer person, count me. You'll work very well. You are the idea provider. You can bring idea down to execution, A quadrant, and you can use acceptance right now in the right way to produce something the client wants or the people you want to serve wants. But if your partner could be a high P, will be very good. The talker, the pusher, the salesperson.
Okay.
Okay. It could be a girl. It could be your wife too. No, I'm kidding. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Anything can happen in this place. No, David, I'm excited for you. I'm the expert, folks out there. Like you are 20 something. If we have the PQ data, so we have a hidden entrepreneur that if David never done anything before age of 30, I'm not saying quit job. No, it's like garage job. You have your regular job, but you have two jobs, but you are fired up every day. You know your boring job keep you going. You appreciate much more, doing much better, while you have something cooking on the sideline, which you are the fire. You're like, man, let me try this. Let me provide something. Let me make something. Let me try something. I have no idea what that is, David. No, seriously, because we just talked since last time we met. Now it's in Andy and Ben's wedding. Now I remember in person. And that's it. Wedding, we don't talk much. We should, but and then meanwhile, when you have this, what man will become most attractive when man is so busy pursuing his dream as a most attractive young man. Not the pickup artist type, no, but really focused. And I mean, look at all the movies. It's most people are in the defier stage. Like two young women, young man, young woman, just like I got it, guys. So David, I don't want you to earn girls' respect because you got a stable job. I want you to earn their respect because you have a stable job, but you have something going. You want to get it done by the age of 30. Don't tell me you don't know what that is. It will pop. Now, today, we figure out that pinch. I think your mind is pinched by something. Today, I feel the pinch is off. Now you can think. You dare to think. Don't dwell back to the perfectionist again. If almost get that voice out of your head, like, oh, think about your administrative quadrant, think about the system, no, don't think. I want you to dream. Okay. So no, I'm serious. I'm helping you with my power today to take off that pinch. And so sky is the limit. David, you are very lucky and fortunate. You are in New York.
Mm-hmm.
You know software. You are a Princeton grad. You have network. You got money. Sorry, I have to say that. Software engineer, if you still owe money, you are in trouble. So you have to manage your money well. And then what do you want to do, young man, before age of 30? What do you want to do? What do you want to do, David?
I don't know.
No, you cannot tell me I don't know. There's something in you. It has to pop. What do you want to do?
There has been a idea I had recently. I haven't really fleshed it out, but some kind of yeah, it really does feel like it would be something on the side. It didn't.
Yes.
I wanted to start this brand, this lifestyle clothing brand thing, like a mission-driven brand.
Welcome on board. Yeah. No, let's work together on something. Seriously, I love that.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, no, seriously, don't, give it a thought, plan it out, look for other places, travel to a place like that, talk to people, come on, get the energy back on. And something is called, what do you call it? Life sharing or
Lifestyle.
lifestyle. Can you tell more about lifestyle? See beauty coming in, curiosity coming in. Tell people why, right? How to eat healthy, how to exercise better, how to keep the mental state, a sound mind, something like that. Is that what you mean? Or lifestyle is like dress, eat food, what is it? Or interior design, what is it?
It's
Beauty.
I mean, beauty is part of it because in terms of like actual products, the idea that there would be very beautiful pieces of clothing or like other physical products that are very beautiful. But the idea behind it would be I guess I'm a little what do you call it? Like I never really share these kinds of things very publicly, right? So I'm
Now
used
you
to
do
like
it first time. That's
swatching.
taking risk. It's very public. Okay, go ahead. Tell me, what is that?
The main idea, there's like, I guess there's two parts. Yeah, my name is David, meaning like beloved, and that was supposed to be part of the name. Case you might know, I like sent in a group chat a long time ago. There's this idea. So the word beloved is key, and it's like reminding people. I mean, there's a Christian message, reminding people that they're beloved, and there's also a part of it that relates to pornography and like it's like against pornography. It's like this whole thing.
No, this is wonderful.
It's
Come
so
on,
very
this
specific.
definitely.
Yeah.
I have no idea what that is as you talk, but now at least have some idea what that is. Yeah. So you want to provide a product through certain thing. When people receive it, they feel they are beloved. And that helps them to fight this kind of unhealthy habit and stop, self-defeating, stop. Something like that, right?
Yeah. That's
But you
like,
want to use beauty though. The more you talk about is beauty stuff.
yeah,
Okay.
beauty is like a important part of it. Yeah.
All right, passionate out there. This is called Beloved Project, now born today. So David, I'm holding you accountable. You can't, you're not going anywhere. Okay. You got to work hard every day, get enough time to think, let's give the project name called Beloved. Oh yeah, come on. Even you just make t-shirts, fine. You know what I'm saying? Something. See, beautiful vision. Yeah. See, so I want your power to go even higher, to start to share this like this today, David. Okay. So, and you have the software engineering skill. You can do a lot of things with this.
Yeah.
But design something, even I have no idea how it's going to develop. But so David, this, if you don't talk about this for 7 years, you never mention this, it's easy to burn out that way. You know what I'm saying? If you never tell anybody this for 7 years, you tell your ex-girlfriend this?
No.
See, so sorry, I'm sorry, I have to say this. That's pandemic love or relationship. Issue end. I'm sorry. Come on. All right. Yeah. Okay. Look at how David let that big smile. That's everything. That's passion. Something ignite to die. Okay, folks. This one could last for about a month, but so you got to do something within a month. So talk to Casey. Talk to us. Come visit us in Princeton. We now have a headquarters in Princeton. We call Passionaire Center. Nice. And we love to connect people, all the Passionaire. If you hear David, you want to be part of the beloved enterprise, go visit him in New York, or you guys can get a trip down to Passionaire Center in Princeton, sit down, will bless you, we'll sit down, talk. I have no idea. Okay. But thank you for sharing. No, this is powerful, David. You still have fuel in you. You do. You're not burned out yet. Your backup tank or your original tank is hidden somewhere. No, this probably drive you. Okay. So, but keep your job. Don't change nothing. Don't tell your boss. Not that many of you watch our YouTube, so don't worry about it. Nobody can find out. Okay, that's why we keep it very, very low profile. Do a good job. Go play soccer, but beloved enterprise. Do it on the side. Start a business plan. Do you know how to do a business plan?
I mean, in theory, kind of, a little bit.
Theory. Princeton people, I'm not worried about. You guys will figure it out. All right, but talk to passionaires, talk to people around you, and not just get their approval, but to share that you are going to do it anyway. You are the producer. You are very lucky. You have everything else going on for you. A lot of people don't even have a job. If they have a dream, I'm like, cautious. Like, are you kidding me? Can you feed yourself? No, you have all that. And you're in New York. You can just sell to the New Yorker, like in their 20s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have your demographic people that you can really connect to you. All right. So welcome on board, David, beloved entrepreneur. I'm kidding. It's all, when I say this, I'm not pushing you. I'm trying to, on the sideline, this is the way out, David. There's no other way out.
Okay.
Taking a risk doesn't cut it. Gap year doesn't cut it. You need a new dream, a direction of life. All right. And by doing this, you probably run into your future wife. Because that's where you become more attractive. Not because you hold a stable job. Come on. If a girl like you because of that, they don't really know you. You got that?
Yeah.
Good.
I
All right.
Oh.
Thank you, David. We'll let you just rest tonight. But all right.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you. All right. Passionate out there. We're going to wrap up tonight. I so appreciate that David is able to speak his mind tonight. Are you a dreamer? Are you a defier? Which stage are you right now? Are you a let's say crisis maker right now? You want to are you a overdoer? You're so busy you're not thinking, or you are in the prime, wavering between warrior, you want to keep the prime. Some of you may burn out by keeping this. Some of you may be like David, 7 years of run, you run out of fuel, but hey, maybe the hidden field down there. So I don't know where you are, but hey, tonight, career is always not about a career. Career is all about who you are inside. It's your identity. It's like, are you living out your identity truthfully? Okay. And that's where I think Passionaires that we are. So, hey, we have a Passionaire Center here in Princeton. We'll be officially open probably starting June, and we have people coming back this Sunday. A couple of Princeton people came back. They are the first generation of Passionaires. They are pioneers. They're going to visit us. So, hey, if you are around, come stop by. And we have a mighty network. And if you pass some kind of thing, we can talk. We can start to lead a tribe. Really call out there. Anybody want to join this endeavor? It could be idealism. It could be beauty. Just focus on something. The end goal is not making money, although hopefully you will. But the end goal is you start to really have Passionaire like coming together, and you are able to experience that small scale pride together. All right, satisfy that passion so you can go out, be happy and effective and happy. So, all right, Passionaires, have a wonderful night. Good to see you, everybody, tonight.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, David.